Greetings. I'm George Boston-Rhymes with the Get To Free Press. On YouTube, that's Boston G.B.R. I also can be found at George Boston Rhymes, RHYNES.com. Also, BostonGBR.com. Last night, I was given a video through Facebook. And I thank God for the individual that sent me that video about what's going on in the black community, and even more so about the Uncle Toms and Aunt Janes in the black community. Perhaps Thomas Paulk, a man from Coffee County, I believe it is, gave a very dynamic message. Oh, he may not have subject and verb agreement as some of you English majors, but many of you with English majors would have never hit the points and topics that he hit in this video. At first, in fact, I already have dissected his video and put clips in it about the judge, Tammy Kemp in Houston, Texas. But then I thought again and I said, no, his message is so profound that I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to do a prelude into it. And so today, I wanted to come out here to the cotton that I have in my yard here. I have that for a reason. You're going to hear Mr. Paulk talk about the black Uncle Toms and Aunt Jane that we have in the black community. Some of them are elected officials. Some of them are mayors. Some of them are city councilmen, chairman of the commissioners, and commissioners in general. These black people are no different from the black people of yesterday. They are sellouts. They are sellouts. I've been doing this work since 1975. I was stationed here at Moody Air Force Base, and I returned back here because of my grandparents in Brooks County. And I found out that even back then, we had Uncle Toms and Aunt Jane sellout Negroes that were no good to the black community and no good for the white community except to be used by them until they get ready to kick them to the curb, as it was in the 15, 16, 17, and 1800s. I've covered over 30 cities in the state of Georgia. I've recorded all the way up to Omaha, Nebraska, the Malcolm X Museum up there, and been to Chicago on Halstead, Moss Merriam, all the way up to Washington, D.C. on several occasions, New York on one occasion, been overseas. I wasn't recording then, but wherever you go, you're going to find some black folk sell out Negroes. White people know them. Black people know them. But these black folk don't even know who they are. And so they are caught up in a state of confusion. And you can find an Uncle Tom or Aunt Jane when they sit in positions of power because they can't identify with you. If you're not careful, they won't even speak to you when they're in the midst of other white people. Now, I know what I'm talking about. They'll call you many dirty names. And they know what the real deal is, but they won't tell you unless they're in the bathroom, in the commode, with the lid down, then they'll tell you. Other than that, they know exactly what's going on, but they won't tell you. They act like they're scared around other black folk. And if you are an outspoken black person, you can forget it. They won't even talk to you. But they'll embrace you during election time. I'm saying to you, in many cities, even here in Valdosta, as you know, I covered the nooses out at BATHCRAFT, and I haven't heard not one. I'm not criticizing these council members because most of them are my friends. In fact, all of them are my friends. But you haven't heard one black person stand up publicly and say anything on city council. Now, I can't talk about the county commissioners. On behalf of the black people out at BATHCRAFT that are suffering and must work in that environment, and they cannot file EEOC complaints. They want to, but they know they'll lose their job. And because there's so much racism in this city, they'll lose the little job that they have. So I understand that, but it don't make it right. So I thought I would return to the little cotton I have here, because many black folk that were voted in by the voters, they need to be back on the plantation, picking cotton, working for master on his plantation, because that's all the good they are for. And it's sad. Our ancestors prayed, suffered, bled, and died that we would get a right to be police officers, to be members of city council and county commissioners meeting, so we could get some type of equal representation other than just going to die on foreign battlefields in time of war for a nation that treated you, me, and my ancestors as 3/5 of a human being. The black man and woman even had to fight just to get a right to go fight in the armed forces, equal to whites. We had to fight for that. This is why these weak elected officials, I'm talking black now, that are no good to the people that voted them in office. We know them. We all talk about it behind closed doors. Very few of us will go up and tell them, we know you, Uncle Tom. We know you ain't Jane. We know you are out a sellout Negro. We know that. But they need to be told, because God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob have brought us too far to leave us now. And you can't just go to church and talk about Jesus, Muhammad, Allah, Buddha, and the other ancient prophets, priests, and kings who traveled that great line of holy divine, while all you can do is sit back and clap your hand and holler hallelujah, hallelujah, and hallelujah. And you think you better than everybody else. You know, I've said this for decades now. The young people are not falling into the same tricks y'all used to play on us. Y'all excuse me now. I'm gonna ask you to listen to this video by Mr. Thomas Paulk of Douglas. And he gonna criticize the mayor in Douglas, in the county of Coffee, and he's running for re-election. I'm not saying he's a good man. I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm saying to you to listen to the man, Thomas Paulk, and I think that's his cousin. I want you to go back and look at the videos dealing with city government and how this mayor addressed the most powerful, the most respected black woman, black commissioner in the city of Douglas. I want you to see how she's treated. Oh yeah, man, they've done everything to try to get out of office. But if you Google Olivia Coley-Pearson, bogus voter fraud charges, and see what Judge Spivey, yes, Judge Spivey, and District Attorney or Assistant District Attorney Sansock did to her. Her first trial was a mistrial. Her second trial, she was cleared of all charges. These wicked devils brought 5 people up on voter fraud charges. 3 of them was black, I think, and 2 was white, I believe it was. But the bottom line is this. They plea bargain out. Just like others that have been lied on across the state of Georgia, and your news media refuse to connect the dots, but I have. And if you Google Georgia newly elected, mistreated black elected officials, you'll see the work that I have done. No other news media have done what I've done. And the only reason I've done it is because I love this country. I love this republic. Faults and all. I love her. And I don't want to see her destroyed. And when you love something, you stand up. As Jesus declared in St. John 8:32. Sit back, get ready for part 2 of this video. And I'm asking you, pay close attention to what this brother is saying, because I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to put Judge Tammy Kemp and the black man who hugged the young white lady that killed this man, black man, while he was sitting down in his own house eating. And she only get 5 years. And you know some black people that got 5 years for passing gas in a public park. Let truth speak for itself. Now this is my story. Now you listen to his story and the truth that has been recorded, and I can't hide it from you. Peace be unto you. St. John 8:32 is real. So you might as well step on the truth train. Don't be an Uncle Tom that need to return back to the cotton fields of the South, to working for massa. Get it? Because we got them today, and they are no good to any of us. And you know they're not even good to white people. And a lot of white folk will tell you about them, because I have them to tell me about these black Uncle Toms that ain't James. They can't stand them, but they use them like they use a bar of soap. But when they use them like a bar of soap and they get thin, they either throw it away and discard it, or they'll buy a new bar and set it on top of the thin bar. And you never hear from them again, because they done lost their identity. And they get no respect from the black community, nor from the white community, because in truth, they're just some ignorant people. And you will know them. You can't look them in their eye without them dropping their heads, or they'll look in your eye and make you drop your head, because they are stern with the spirit of the Leviathan. And the Leviathan spirit, they can't get rid of. Only God would have to bring them out of it. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Them Uncle Toms and Aunt James in your communities, they will put good out here, man. They'll get first-class respect in the cotton field. Then you could respect them with them sacks on their back. But they don't appreciate what God has brought us through for the sake of our children and for the betterment of our nation. And so them Uncle Toms and Aunt James, we don't respect them. We love them, but we don't respect them. We can pray for them, but they are under the spell of the Leviathan. And Brother Paulk here is going to talk about them and going to talk about that judge. And all you can do is sit back and love them. Don't hate them. Just thank God that you are not an Uncle Tom or Aunt Jane. I don't care if you're a state representative or a senator. Some of you need to be in the cotton field picking this white stuff here called cotton. We come too far for black folk to portray other black folk, as you're going to hear Brother Paulk talk about. Take them back to the cotton field where they belong.
What's up, Facebook? Just coming for a brief moment. But I just want to say how sad I am for my race of people, you know. And it might not be the way that y'all looking at it, but I'm looking at this thing as a real racist thing, man. And it ain't black and white. You don't put black folks with white folks now. And you got black folks more racist than white folks against each other, man. Cause I feel like that was some racist shit for that judge to get up and walk her ass out there and hug that lady. Oh, man, how many white judges don't gave us damn years and years and years and years and came out there and hugged our damn neck and told us how good, you know, oh, I feel so sorry for you and crying and shit. Yeah, no, come on, man. It's sad, man, how we going against each other. We going against each other so much, man, till you got our own people that's over everything that could do something. They could do better than what they doing. They doing us so bad, bro. They putting judges in positions to get these white folks the key to kill us, man. Come on.
At the end of the hearing, Judge Tammy Kemp hugged Jean's family. She also gave a Bible to G.B.R. and embraced her as well.
Come on, bro. You better think, man. Ain't no way in the hell a white judge would have got up to a black woman, done went in somebody else's house and killed them while they damn eating, and hugged her neck. Go do you 5 years and come home, baby. Tap on the back. Brothers giving up on damn brothers, and he gone. That's some sad shit, man. We need to come together, man. That's something we can't do now. We don't been against each other so long. It don't even pop no more, man. Yeah, you run from the damn truth. Just like you got these niggas running around here in Douglas right now, thinking everything is a game. It ain't no more games out here, man. If you ain't paying attention to what's going on in this world, bro, we'll have everybody in these cotton fields, and then some niggas don't give a damn. But I care. I ain't finna be nobody else. Shit, I can't be that. I can't kiss ass. I'm just being real. That ain't me. Money ain't gonna move me like that, man. Money can't overpower me enough to make me turn against my folks, man. Come on, man. Everybody need help, man. This sad-ass world, man. This world sad, man. You wanna have something so bad, can't wait on God to give you what he wanna give you. You will take a little money, and that shit turn you into the devil. That shit turn you into the devil. I don't care who listening to this today, man. It's very, very sad that black folks is giving up on black folks, man. Come on with that shit, man. I bet everybody, grandma and granddaddy done worked out there in them damn fields, rolling over in their graves now. What in the hell we left here on this earth? Nothing. Nothing. We'll kill one of us quicker than we will one of them, man. And then, who gonna go back and apologize to somebody's family after we done killed one of us? But you could get your ass up and apologize and hug on a white woman done killed this man for nothing, man. Come on, man. It's happening everywhere. You might think it's just in the city, but it's happening everywhere. It's happening all over the world, man, where people is against each other. Black folks anyway. It's sad. I can't be no Uncle Tom. I can't be nobody that I ain't. I'ma be me. I'ma be me. I can have 1,000 mamas, but I ain't got but one. That's all I got. I ain't got but one mama. I sit down every day, man, and look at how these police do shit, how people do things, how brothers sit up in the jailhouse and tell on each other. These damn white folks sitting back ain't got to do nothing. Then we got the damn city hall. And the thing I want to know is about the light bills. The light bills hiding your damn rent. And people now want to, it's voting time again. So now you want to turn the light bill to Libby and Tay-Tay. When people been coming to damn Libby and Tay-Tay, they been busting their ass about these light bills. So if anybody sit back and fall for that, y'all already know what it is, man. Sometimes you just have to stand up to your mistakes and stand up to your faults. If you're a real man, that's what you do. Real men don't put other people in their business, bro. You take care of that business, nigga. You call me a faggot, so you take care of that business. You know that's your light bill. That's your light bill. You over everything, Tony. Be real, bro. Just be a man, bro. That's all we ask. I forgive you for calling me a faggot, but I ain't voting for your ass, because I don't like you. How about that? Nigga. So stop putting everybody else in your problem, man. It's a whole bunch of mess gonna go down behind these votes, behind this families falling out about this shit. About this voting and who running and who ain't running. People falling out about this shit. In families. That's what it's doing. It's causing problems in families. Shit. I ain't never seen so many black folks hate each other. I mean, that's a new world, man. That's a new millennium, man. All this is brand new to me. This is brand new to me. It's brand new to me how you'll turn your back on your own folks, man. How you'll turn your back on your own kind because you get a little money. Boy, but when everything change, watch what these white folks do. They already showing you what they gonna do. You just ain't seen it yet, but they showing you what they gonna do. And when you're a strong black man, you know how to stand up for yourself. You know how to defend yourself. You don't let no in and everybody fool you in the nothing, man. Money ain't everything, man. Money could be good. And money could be a problem. And that's what it's gonna cause in a lot of black folks' lives. Problem. Sometimes you get on a horse and thinking that horse ain't got no buck in him, it'll ride you for years and years. But see, if it was me, I want to know, you been in there, man, we give you your props. We put you in there twice, bro. But the last time you already had done told us you wasn't going to do nothing for us anyway, we put you back in there. So you proved your point. Then you did, you know. So if I was running against you, the thing I want to know, you been in there 4 years. What are you going to do about the light bills that you didn't do in these 4 years you were there? That's all, you know. What about the water, the brown water? And then everybody, well, it ain't only on him. It ain't only on him. Hell, he won't let the other black folks have it. He won't let nobody have it. He against everybody. Leave a bully. Everybody bullying him. But who in the fuck is he bullying? He bullying the whole community. Come on, bro. Y'all need to tighten up, man. Y'all need to tighten up. What need to happen in Coffee County? It need to be a bad storm to take this bitch down. Just like it take every other city down. They believe in all that old roots and all that there. It need to tear it down. Well, us as black people have to come together, and then we'll see them white folks fix up their damn community and leave us, well, still trying to work on ours. Whether it's the mayor, the judge, or whoever. Watch what I tell you. That's what's gonna happen. See, Coffee County got a dark cloud over. We run to the churches with all our problems. Ain't everybody know our business, but you wonder why we, people know our business in the church, because we tell the churches that. But I don't learn to keep my business to myself and to be a man to myself. Because ain't nobody gonna love me like I love me. You feel me? So you gonna have 1,000 people to say what they wanna say. But me, I'ma be me. I'ma be me. I ain't finna let money change me. And people ask me why you do this and why you do that. I done done what I had to do, player. I done done what I had to do. I'm through with the streets. But I just can't stand two-faced people. Huh? You shut your eyes when you go to the mirror? Cause if you real, you'll know what you're doing, man. Reflections of yourself will tell you about yourself.
All right, game time.
Shit, whether you real or you fake. A lot of niggas scared to go to the mirror. A lot of people scared to go to God. Scared to go to God. Scared to get on their knees for themselves and ask God for something. They got to run to the pastor. Pastor, I need you to pray for me. You can pray for yourself if I were you, pastor. Go get on your knees and ask God the same thing I'm going to pray for you for. God give a light bill. Help her with this. Help her with her water. That's the same thing you can pray for. Come on, man. We ain't doing no felony line, man. We got to stop, man. We got to stop, man. These folks doing us bad, man. They doing us bad, man. That's why they gonna start back lynching motherfuckers, man. Come on, man. Straighten up, man. What it take for black folks to get along and black folks just to give these kids that's growing up, give them a chance. Give them a chance. If you don't have a chance, give our community something back, man. Y'all don't put the Mexicans for us. Y'all don't put the Indians for us. The white folks been for us. We still fucked up. Then you wonder why people losing their mind, black folks losing their mind. Y'all running niggas crazy. Wonder why kids so bad, they ain't got nothing to do but be bad. But they be bad in the wrong neighborhoods. Go somewhere else and be damn bad. We don't raise our children scared of white folks. If every one of my children come to me talking about they scared of a white man, I'm putting their ass on the road. Cause I can't beat them and not to being scared of them. But I know that'll be one on them, they're two-faced. So I put them on the road. You ain't gotta be scared of white folks. White folks ain't gonna eat nothing they don't like. Hell, you got good white folks, you got bad white folks, you got good black people, and you got bad black people. So all this here shit just don't mix in together. And everybody just against each other in our community. That's what I say. And I'm through with the book, man. Niggas need to sit down, talk to God for yourself, get to God for yourself, and learn who you is. I promise you, once you learn who you is, you'll know better. Ain't nobody got to teach you no more. So if anybody on here under the age of 16, learn who you is. And I promise you, when you go to that mirror every day and you talk to yourself in that mirror and tell that mirror, I know I'm young, black, and successful. That's what I am. I don't give a damn if I ain't got nothing. I don't care if when I was out there on that shit, I still knew I was gonna be somebody. Yeah, cause I ain't never gave up. That's what we doing today, we giving up. Our children giving up, cause that's what these white folks teaching them. How to give up, not how to win. Come on, man. We gotta teach our own kids how to walk out the door knowing that you got to be successful today. You young, you black, and you successful. I don't care if you ain't got nail dime in your pocket, you ain't got on nothing but some holy shoes, some dirty drawers or whatever. In your heart, you successful. Don't let nobody change that. Don't let nobody change how you feel about you. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, ain't nobody gonna love you. And stop killing each other, bro. I ain't even gonna put my power while I sit on the talk today, man. Cause I'm upset with us, man. They ain't got no money. And I get out here and give away stuff, man, to try to come back in the community, man. Come on, bro. I got 1,000 grandchildren. I got 1,000 children. I can't even try to do nothing for them because I'm trying to come back in the community and help each other where we can love each other. Then God will bless me to bring mine together like I'm trying to work on it, man. Come on, baby. It ain't hard. It ain't hard to love one another. You can love a white man, come on, man. And it ain't about that, though, bro. It's about what these folks doing. We already last and everything, man. Our best athletes catch hell to get where they got to be at. Look at all that hell that young man caught and still rich. Cause of God. And this to the young folks, he didn't give up. He didn't come back to Douglas. He didn't go back to Pearson. He didn't give up. He still fought. He still fought because he knew It was a door one day gonna open, and he kept running that what? He kept running that ball. So just look at what he did. And you try to do the same thing, I promise you, you'll be successful. Follow somebody who wants something. Don't follow nobody that don't want nothing. I had to go to mental institutions and all this and to learn that people don't love you, bro. People that tell you they love you, they laughing with you, but they laughing at you, nigga, cause of the wrongs you keep doing. Don't go do it, do it. Go get Randu, he'll do it. Randu try it, let Randu try it. Hell, I was a stunt dummy. But now, hey, listen, I have my little problems. I have my days. I have my days. But when I see my people hurting each other and can't come together, that hurt me. We separating each other, man. We separating from the grain, man. Our parents and our grandparents raised us to love one another. You know, we done been killing each other for years. Ever since they gave black people freedom, we've been gunning each other down, man. Let's learn how to walk in the hood and tell one another, man, you know, let's hang this up, bro. Look, the city killing us, the state killing us, the world killing us, Donald Trump killing us. What we got to lose to love one another, man. What is it going to hurt to come together and care for one another? What's that going to hurt? Let's try that one time in life, bro. All this old nonsense, man. Pull your pants up. Get your hair cut. Whatever it takes. Walmart hire every day. I wish I could go out there. But I can't. Yeah. You know, cause of the problem that I caused a problem early in my life. You feel me? And it caused me to wind up in 3 or 4 mental institutions. I ain't ashamed to tell it. Yeah, shot up with Thursday and everything. I done been through it. I'm a blessing. I'm a living testimony. I done left my mama 3 or 4 times. Ever since I've been 15, when I was 15, I was running the streets. I was doing what I wanted to do. But I hate to see our kids come up now because these police would kill these children, man. If you run, it's a problem. That's an aggravated assault for running. You can't even run. You can't even say nothing no more. You can't say nothing. You can't even hold your mind, man. They building all these prisons for us. But what they doing, they stepping back in their own shit because they children going too. So don't think we the only ones losing, man. But when you walk to that mirror, ask that mirror, who am I? And I promise you it'll respond back to you.
That's enough. Here, it's time to go. Now.
Come on, man. You already know I ain't. Shit. I'm just on every day because I was just sitting up there looking at, you know how they let these folks get away with everything, man. They get away with everything, man. Everything. Everything. You can't even get stopped. You got to go to jail. $1,000 down. No lies is $1,000. And then you damn white folks go to jail for a damn all kind of ice and all kind of meth. They get a bond. You put motherfuckers in jail that's black, they got to sit there 90 days, 120 days, 2 months, 3 months. That's cause we sit back and we let these other wanna be rich ass black folk put them niggas in them, put them white folks in them positions for a little money. But after all the money gone, and when you can't sit back around them and hit that golf ball with them and talk about your own kind no more, get what? It's judgment day. Cause them white folks coming to see everybody that they don't help. So if they don't put some money in your hand and they don't help you done something, you could believe me, it's coming back to haunt you. White folks don't give you nothing for free unless you work for it. So to all my young folks that listen to me today, y'all something to me. Y'all mean a lot to me. You know, I love all my young folks. You can keep your pants down, you can keep your hair twisted up, braided up, whatever. White folks do it too. But live your life and know who you is. I can't stop you from doing nothing, but the only thing I can tell you, I love you. And I'm out.